The man was supposed to be her personal bodyguard, but when danger hit, he left her behind and ran to shield her sister in his arms. It was in that moment she realized her love had always been one-sided. That's when she finally snapped and walked away for good, cutting off all ties with him, both personal and professional. So she went home and told her father she was willing to take her sister's place in the arranged marriage with the Xie family. Her father was thrilled, since the younger daughter was his secret favorite. But not long after the deal was made, the Xie family's eldest son fell into a coma. Just as the father was stressing over how to get his precious daughter out of it, the woman offered to marry instead. He quickly asked what she wanted in return, and said he'd agree to anything. Without hesitation, she asked for 10 billion yuan as dowry, and requested that her ex-bodyguard be reassigned to her sister.
I know why you're asking for money. But why give Ethan to Jojo when you like him so much?
3 years ago, she hired a personal bodyguard for her safety, but the moment she saw him walk in for the interview, she instantly fell for him. From then on, she fell hard and chased even harder, but for 3 years straight, he stayed cold and distant. Then one day, she caught him staring at a photo of her sister, with love in his eyes. That's when she also found out who he really was.
How much longer are you going to play bodyguard?
You're Bernie's prince. You can have any woman you want.
If you're in love with Joyce Road,
Just take her and be done with it. Why bother pretending to be her sister's
bodyguard, just so you can see her.
I've looked into things. Jojo's an illegitimate daughter, and she suffered a lot. She's insecure, so I don't want to scare her.
That moment, the woman finally realized how ridiculous her love had been, so she made up her mind to stop. That day, she took him to an auction, planning to buy herself a few gifts for the wedding, but unexpectedly, they ran into her scheming sister and kept trying to outbid her. But now that she had her father's 10 billion, her sister was no match. Seeing the sister lose face, the man messaged his assistant to buy out the entire auction.
Everyone, I'm Mr. Walden's assistant. He has ordered me to buy everything Miss Joyce Road wants, no matter the cost.
Mr. Warden, the warden's sole heir, the renowned Prince of Bern.
Fuming after the auction, she headed to a bar to blow off steam, but her shameless sister insisted on tagging along. Left with no choice, she brought her. Not long after they arrived, a bunch of thugs started harassing her, but instead of watching out for her, the bodyguard had his eyes locked on her sister, completely ignoring what was happening. It wasn't until she screamed his name that he finally snapped out of it and rushed over to help. She was furious and demanded to know how he could call himself a bodyguard. Right then, a drone spun out of control and came crashing their way, but he shoved her aside and threw himself over her sister instead. The drone struck her arm. Back at home, she picked up a whip and said, as her bodyguard, he'd failed his duty, so he shouldn't mind a little punishment. She thought he'd argue, but he just stood there, hesitating.
Ethan, you're actually hesitating. You could have just left. You could have quit, yet you're hesitating. All because of Joyce. Because you want to stay by my side to be close to her.
I have no objection.